Shubham. Let me log in with some other users. Let me log out and log in with this Curtis City. And here we'll go to tools and reports and analytics. And then browse catalog. Go to BISP. Okay, so here is the analysis we created in the last session. So I'm just going to copy this and I'll paste it over here itself. I'll paste it over here and let me rename this. I'm going to create a graph for the salary increment. Graph, and I'll click on OK. Let's edit this analysis. I'll click on edit. And then I'll click on results. And I'm going to add a graph. So here is our graph, and we are going to choose bar graph. Okay, so let's just come back to our criteria tab and come back to results. Let me bring it little up, and we are going to edit this graph. So we'll click on pencil icon and we are going to remove all the prompts. Okay, so it is fetching us like what all business unit and what is the annual salary and revised annual salary. So let me click on done. And we'll remove this bar, oh sorry, table, and let me save this analysis. So we'll come to our catalog and let's just create a dashboard prompt. So we'll click on new and here is dashboard prompt. We're going to click on that. Subject area we are going to choose as compensation, salary, detail, real time. I'll click on this new and we are going to apply a column prompt. We are going to use business unit name. I'll click on OK and I will again click on OK and let me save this prompt. So let me give it a name. Let me give it a name. Salary business unit prompt. You click on OK and let's come back to our catalog and let me remove this, delete this untitled prompt. So now we are going to create a new dashboard. So I'll click on dashboard and let's just name this dashboard salary dashboard and we'll save it in our location. So we need to browse catalog and okay, so name we want is, so the folder location is okay, so we'll click on OK and dashboard will not appear in the dashboard menu. Okay and okay, so let's just search for our dashboard. So we are going to add our graph first. So salary increment graph, then we'll add our table and we now need to add the prompt. So let me bring it over here and let me just pick this business unit prompt and keep it over here. Let me save the dashboard and let's just preview. So this is looking nice. Now let's run and see the prompt. Okay, so now this prompt we need to like add prompt over here or like in the graph and the analysis at this table also. So let's do that quickly. Let me go to catalog and this is our table. So we'll click on edit, and business unit is already prompted, so I'm not going to do this in the table. Let's just go back to our catalog and see for graph. Let me edit. Since we copy pasted, the prompt will be already there. Okay, so let me remove this and add it once again. So we'll click on this filter, and we'll choose our column which we want to add as our prompt. So I'll choose the operator as is prompted. So, and let me click OK and save this graph. Now let's go to our catalog and we'll open our dashboard. So let me choose a business unit. So I'm going to choose US1 business unit, and then let's just take Denmark also. Denmark. Denmark will take, and one more we can take is let me take business Singapore business. So we'll apply this prompt and see what is going to happen. Okay, so it is fetching us for these three business unit, and you can see the annual salary, and after the increment how much increment it is going to show, and the detailed version, like in detail how much they are paying in which all area department and what business unit. Okay, so increment is also there. Let me add a subtotal for each business unit. Okay, let's go back to our catalog. And let's just edit this analysis. And we'll go to results tab. And I'll right click on this business unit, and we are going to subtotals, and after that we'll choose this after values. So okay, let me do that for let's go and try for this. Okay, okay, I have added the grand total, so it will show at the end. So let's go. Get more rows. Okay, so let's leave this. So okay, so it is telling fetching us the grand total. Now let's just save this and come back to our dashboard and see if you apply a filter for that. Okay, so here it is, and let me choose again. This time we are going to choose only two. So oh, let's take US business unit 1, and then Denmark, where it is Denmark business unit. So we are going to take these two business units. So let me apply. So it is fetching us for two business unit, and if you go at the down bottom, it is telling us the grand total also. So let's go to our next agenda, which is add hidden prompts to dashboard. So how we can do that? So let me open this. I'm sorry, we need to edit the dashboard. So we'll edit the dashboard, and then we'll go to this tools. Okay, so we are going to go to tools, and here you can see dashboard properties at the top. So we'll click that, and here you can see filters and variables. So we are going to click on the edit button. So here's the edit button, and we have to give the path for the pro prompt. So we'll click on this embed new hidden dashboard prompt, and here you can see the business unit prompt. Since we just now created, I'm going to use that only. We'll click on OK and again OK. So it has been applied, but you can't see that in the uh, you can't view that. It will be hidden. So that's how you use hidden prompts in dashboards. So let me remove this, and again, and now let me save the dashboard and we'll preview. So here no uh, prompts has been applied, and let's just go back to our prompt, and we are going to edit that and select values. Click on edit, and we are going to choose list. Okay, let's just leave that. We'll come to our next agenda, which is how we can make analysis interactive. So how we can make analysis interactive. So let's just go and see how what is the workflow to make analysis interactive. So the first we need to create an analysis, and then we are going to name the action. We need to create a named action, or we can create an inline action. I'll tell you the difference in a bit. Then we need to add a action to our analysis, and then after that we simply need to add an action to the dashboard. Either we can add actions to analysis, or we can add actions to dashboard. So let's go ahead and see how we can do that. So this time what we are going to do, if we are going to from the graph, we are going to move to this increment, salary increment. So let's just go to our graph, and let's just remove this prompt, and we'll go to we are going to column properties, and here is interaction. So we have already created our analysis, and now we are going to add a action link. So we will click on interactions, and after that we are going to choose action link. So now we need to add an action link, and here let me provide, okay, we'll use this detail salary, and after that you need to add the where you navigation, where you want to uh, pick the analysis from, or wherever you want to navigate to. So since we are navigating to our BI content, so I am going to choose this navigate to BI. Let's just navigate to our BISP folder, and then we are going to choose this salary increment. We'll click on OK, and let me save this analysis, and here you can see this it is fetching us results for specific business unit. Let me choose South Korea. Here is our action link. If I click on that, it is going to navigate to our analysis in a detailed view. So here it is. It is fetching us detail for South Korea and how much they are paying. Let's just go back to our catalog, and let me open our graph, and this time we are going to open the Japan business unit. So here it is, and let me click over one of the bar. So here it is. Okay, so it is fetching us the detail for Japan business unit. Let's just go ahead and create copy the analysis and do one thing. So if it is fetching for annual salary, it should show us for annual salary, and if it is fetching for revised annual salary, so we only see revised. let's go back and copy this. Let me refresh the page. Okay, so let's try to copy again, and we are going to refresh, and we are going to paste it over here itself. So this is a salary increment. I'm going to make the rename it to salary itself. So salary. Let me edit this and remove the incremented part. Okay, so I'm going to remove this revised annual salary, and let me edit the name also. This should be annual salary. I'll click on OK, and let's just save this analysis. We'll come back to our catalog, and okay, so let's just keep this as it is. So let's go ahead and edit. And this way I'm going to edit. Okay, so here what exactly we need to do, we need to drill down to like add an action link for annual salary. Okay, so here is a detail annual salary. Detail annual salary. Let me navigate to our analysis. We'll go to customs and then BISP, and here it is salary. So click on OK and again OK. Okay, and let's just save this analysis, and I'm going to prompt this business unit is prompt. Okay, so let's just come back to our catalog, and okay. Okay. Interaction detail and salary. Okay, so let's just click on results, and there's annual salary, and this is, so we are going to click on that, and it should take us to the specific analysis. Okay, so here you saw it is moving. We chose South Korea business unit. It is prompted with that, and it is bringing us to the another analysis, which is annual salary. Let's go back and choose the other graph part. The revised annual salary one. So let's go to results. Here it is. Let's just go, and it is taking us to detailed salary. Okay, so it is moving us to annual salary and the revised one. Okay, just go back and save this graph. And I'm going to save this. So suppose if you want to edit the action link name, so what you are going to do, you are again going to the column properties, and in the interaction here, what you are going to do, you are going to edit action link. So here it is, the option. I'm going to edit the action link, and here at the rightmost you can see more. So we are going to click on this more, and here you can edit the action. So suppose I want to remove this, so I can remove this or edit this analysis. Suppose I enter clicked on edit action and browse. So from here I can choose another analysis where I want to navigate. I click on option. So run confirmation if you want. Are you sure you want to run the invoke, or you want to invoke this action? And dialog title, invoke action. So these are some other options you can choose. Let's just save the action. Save as action, and let me move to custom. Then we are going to navigate to our BISP, and let's just name salary action, and I'm going to click on OK, and we'll come back to our interaction, and here is our action. So let me tell you how you can reuse this action. So okay, revised, and then column interaction. Okay, business unit, column properties, interaction. This is detail salary. Let me remove this and add it again. So here you can see it is telling select existing action. So I'll click on that. I'll choose salary action and click on OK, and OK, and again OK. So this is how you can reuse the action links. Let's just go ahead and see our next agenda, which is overview of KPIs. So let me brief you about KPIs. What are KPIs? So KPI stands for Key Performance Index, are measurement that defines and tracks specific business goals and objectives that often roll up into larger organizational strategies that requires monitoring, improvement, and evaluation. KPIs have measurables values that usually vary with time, have targets to determine a score and performance status, includes dimension to allow for more specific analysis, and can be compared over time for trending purpose, and to identify performance pattern. See the following uh, so see the following list of specific uses of uh, KPI, Oracle, uh, BIW. So if it evaluates metric against their target and alert the appropriate user through agents when targets are not met. Okay, create an analysis from a KPI and add the analysis to a dashboard. An analysis that is created from an KPI can allow the user to drill into different level of detail based on the KPI's dimension. For example, to a KPI called product sales, you can add a region and fiscal time dimension to view product sales figures by region and time period such as financial quarters. Now let's move and see how are KPIs evaluated. A KPI status and scores are determined by comparing its actual values against the threshold or say targeted values. The performance status of a KPI is represented by the status icon that you assign to each range. For example, a product sale KPI in which uh, high value are described desirable. You can define the range that are described in the table. Thresholds are the numeric values that separates the range. So let's see. Uh, let me. So this has values exceed 125. So indicates ideal performance. So if the value exceeds 125, this is some number I've taken for the example. So if the value exceeds 125, so it indicates ideal performance. Okay, so it will be in blue square, and if values between 100 and 125, it indicates good performance and it will be in green square. And if values indicate between 80 and 100, so it is acceptable and will be in yellow, like kind of a warning. So and if the if the range is between 50 and 80, so it indicates a warning for poor performance, like, and it it will be in red square. Let me go ahead and show you an example. Let me go to catalog, and let me expand the KPI, and let's just open this KPI. So here it is. It is the status is red, and it is not. It is poor performance, and if it is yellow, that means it is acceptable, and green for good performance. So these are how evaluation range rules. So how can I use KPIs? KPIs are created with the KPI editor, which can be accessed as a standalone editor or within the scorecard editor. After you create and save KPIs, you can use them in the following ways: building blocks of scorecards as an analysis included in KPI watch list, Okay, and facilitate facilitate user interaction, initiate action, trigger agents. So you can use them in following ways if you created KPIs. Let's just go ahead and see what are dimension and what are dimensions and pin dimensions. So dimensions are categorization of data, and the categorization reflect how a business analyst wants to analyze data. When analyst says they want to see number by something or over something, they are identifying the dimensions of the data. Common dimensions are geography, product, and customer and time. For KPIs, you can select an attribute column from the subject area as a dimension. When you design the KPI, you can either pin one or multiple data values to one or more dimension. For example, region equals to central. Or you can specify that you want all or one dimension values pinned when the KPI is added to watchlist or scorecard, and when a watchlist or scorecard is added to a dashboard after a value is pinned by designer, the user cannot change the values. When adding a KPI without a pre-pinned value to a watchlist, the designer can pin one or more values or specify a session repository or a global variable to set the dimensions values. If the designer does not pin a value or a variable to a dimension, then the KPI user can select one or more values at runtime from the point of view area in either the KPI watch list from the scorecard that contains the KPI. From the variable prompt from the variable prompt on a dashboard or from the column prompt on the dashboard. If a KPI watchlist or scorecard object containing a KPI is added to a dashboard with prompts and the KPI is not dimensioned by a specific prompt dimension in the KPI definition, that prompt is ignored. Additionally, if the KPI is pinned to a specific dimension values in it, a prompt on that dimension is ignored. If if a KPI with dimension is output or to an analysis, then the dimensions are displayed as columns and trails. If the dimension values are pinned, then the analysis is limited to the data that is determined by the pinned values. If the dimension is pinned with multiple values, a dimension is displays for each values. So this is a general process flow of KPIs. You can see first you need to create a KPI, then general properties page, then dimensionality page, then these are optional, which says states page and related documents page, custom attribute page, and then you save the KPI. So let's come back to our instance and we'll click on catalog. And I'll edit this. So this is a general flow which says general properties. Uh, I have taken amount paid and amount total bill total bill amount, and then the dimensionality, which is quarter. So if you add time and then quarter and it is prompted, then it will filter according to that, and then states. Like here you have to provide the like the filters, threshold values. Okay, and if there is any related documents, you'll add this custom attributes if you want to add, and then you click on finish. We'll create this in our next session. I'll explain you better how we can do create an KPIs and how and where we can use the KPIs. So this is all about today. So thanks for watching the session, and we'll meet in the next session. Thank you.